If you're interested in getting your replays analyzed, please read my pinned comment below. Thank you and enjoy the video. Good cheat. I do like that you didn't go for mid boost and you knew that you could have potentially scored. Of course, the issue is how you took the shot here. You took a no flip air roll shot, but the best option was just a single jump and power shot. Example. So here we just single jump and flip to take a shot on net. Okay, fake challenging this when you've already committed yourself close to the ball is quite risky, only because that if they boom the ball on target, it's a goal. Once you've committed that close to the ball, it's likely best just to play the 50 instead. Example. Here's an example of 50ing since we were close to the ball. Playing an aerial here isn't the correct play. Why? Well, firstly, you have 60 boost, so scoring is difficult even if you're mechanical. Secondly, it's a 2v1 situation, meaning you'll have greater success if you utilize your mate. And thirdly, controlling the ball and flicking will yield greater odds of scoring too. Your mate took a bad 50 here, unfortunately. Many of those watching might think that the mate should have not committed, and that might be true, but it will still leave him in a bad 1v1 situation. Perhaps in Diamond, it's not too bad being in a 1v1 situation, so not committing is the play, but ultimately it was just a bad 50 and he was positioned really well to take a good 50 too. I do think that if you're good at 50s, you can be a bit more aggressive in your play, even a second man. Good speed flip, and we lose the kickoff simply because we do our second jump a bit too late, which gets us under the ball. But it's really good that you can speed flip at Diamond 2, which many GCs still can't do properly. Decent touch to the corner. You can't go for mid boost here since it takes you out of the play. Your mate booms it and the opponent that's going up the wall can just boom it back into your net and you're not there to cover it. You needed to rotate through pads instead. Example. Instead of getting mid boost, we path through pads to ensure we are covering net. Okay, so it seems you have good aerial mechanics. At Diamond 2, I wouldn't suggest going for anything too advanced. I think you'll comfortably score most aerials through double taps and air dribbles only. Again, you can't afford to go for boost here. As you can see, the opponent can easily score this open net. Yes, your mate doesn't do well with their aerial, but you need to understand that your mates in Diamond 2 won't have the same aerial capabilities as you. So what then? You needed to immediately grab pads and rotate behind your mate in case he doesn't score and the opponent booms it on net. Example. The moment I land, I take a look at if my mate will score, but getting ready to rotate behind him. As soon as he misses, I know that a boom clear on net is about to happen, so I speed flip back and control the ball. Your pathing to the ball was a bit off. I believe if you cut in towards the direction of the ball, you could have taken a cushion touch instead of having to boom it. Good 50. Fake challenging here isn't bad, but it doesn't do much. Here, it might have been best to hard challenge simply because your mate managed to take mid boost, meaning he's in position to follow up after you. It's just a way to speed up the play and put the opponent on the back foot. Good sense of danger to jump and block the shot. Everything that you did was fine, but the only issue is that you inputted a directional air roll maneuver when all you had to do was straighten your car for the 50. That's literally it. Yes, I could comment on how you approach the ball in the air and the different types of mechanical plays you could have gone for, but it wouldn't be realistic for the average Diamond 2 player. Instead, focusing on the 50 is the key point here. Example. I know the corner boost was there despite the replay bug, so I do like that you didn't turn back for it, but instead stayed committed to following your mate and the play. Good read. Here, you likely just needed to go instantly the moment your mate popped it high. At Diamond 2, it's probably okay since it won't be as punishing, but as you climb the ranks, this will be punished pretty easily. You could have gotten this ball pretty easily if we fast aerialed. I'm sure you can do it since your aerials seem good, so maybe it was just a misinput or something. I don't want to dwell on it too much. Good demo dodge. Not a bad attempt here, and it's kind of awkward since you're going backwards, but this could be something to strengthen. Just remember to try and approach the ball in the air with your nose. Ask yourself, what's the most efficient way for me to get my nose on the ball? Here, you'll see that it's by tilting the nose slightly to 1 o'clock without any air roll. And then you can air roll once you get the touch to negate any recoil. Example. We aerial and immediately tilt the nose towards the ball, and this allows us to control it efficiently. Yeah, just go for an air dribble at your rank. Resetting is just overkill and not needed. Good patience and touch. Try not to drive directly underneath the ball like this when you're trying to track it back to your net. Doing this just loses you sight of everything that's going on the field. You need to swing wide a little bit just so you can see if the opponent is going to go after the ball or the boost. This information will help a lot in deciding what to do next. Example. By swinging a little bit wide, we can keep a good view of everything, which can help us with decision making. I like the positioning here. You don't just leave and rotate for back post. That was very risky. Remember that when the ball is over your head, you lose vision of the field and the opponent. And because you didn't really keep track of where their second man was prior to this moment, you don't know if he's coming or not. In that case, just aerial to make sure the second man doesn't come. And if he isn't there, then it doesn't really matter since it's way less risky than leaving the ball and letting him shoot. This is on your mate since he simply didn't aerial fast enough. I wouldn't normally suggest this for Diamond 2, but since you can somewhat reset and air dribble, you should try to learn to speed flip cancel or learn to flip into the ball towards the backboard to double tap. Example. So here we flip into the ball and follow for a double tap. Ignore this if you feel like it's too advanced. Nice goal. All right, so final considerations, just 2 points really. First point is I would say simplify your mechanics. This meaning that instead of going for flip resets, try just to go for simple air dribbles or double taps. This is going to be extremely effective in Diamond 2. I believe they will definitely struggle with trying to save mechanics like that. Trying to go for advanced mechanics like resets, like as I mentioned, it's a bit overkill and it's definitely not needed until I would say GC, arguably. Second point is focusing on your positioning when it comes to boost. So this basically means when you're getting boost, ask yourself, will I concede? Will I be out of the play? So that's what I mean by focusing on your positioning when it comes to getting boost. So that's going to be the 2 points that I think are going to be something you should try and work on. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.